Yay, it's entrepreneurial fable time. Hi, I'm Lori Webb, and I am here with a little inspock, a little something to shake you up and have you think in the way of sharing some fables from this book. Why do I do this every time? Oh my goodness, you'd think it was my first time on video. Aesop's Fables, Aesop's Fables. I really do need to check that pronunciation. However, this collection of lesser known Aesop's fables I'm using because it's handy and I am challenging myself. But I like the idea of taking things out of one context and putting into another. It's like it's a creative exercise. And I think that these little fables, they're quick and they have good lessons to consider. So this is why I'm using this. I have my favorites that I have spoken about earlier, actually with Colin, but I will definitely break down the tortoise and the hare and the little red hen, which is not a fable, but something. It just children's literature. I gotta, brush off my background for my when one is the other and one when defining the different topics and defining the classification. Okay, the fox and the stork. One day, the fox asked the stork to come to dinner. When the stork arrived, the cunning fox served thin soup in shallow bowls. The poor stork could not drink the soup because his beak was too long and thin. The fox had a good meal and laughed at the trick he had played on the stork. Later, the stork invited the fox for a meal. The fox licked his lips, for he knew that the stork always served delicious food. Sure enough, the food was delicious, but the clever stork served it in tall jars. He could easily reach the meat with his long, thin beak. The fox could not fit his short nose into the jar, and so he went away hungry, while the short while the stork laughed at him and enjoyed his revenge. The moral: do as you would be done by. Um, yeah, again, this is also a reason to use this book because I keep challenging it. Do unto others as you would have one do unto you. And what does this have to do with the entrepreneurial, with the entrepreneur hotline? What does it have to do with entrepreneurship? Well, in part, obviously, yeah, be kind, be fair, be equitable, be responsible, be, uh, yeah, do unto others as you would have do unto you. It's, the golden rule. Now, another way of looking at it is also in terms of the entrepreneur, in a business sense of what you're sharing with. I look at it and I see usability issues. I see, so of course, if the intent is to cheat, then you can make it look as if you're helping, you are offering, a product, a service, an experience that on the surface looks like you're wanting to do a favor for someone, or you're wanting to that you've taken their best interest into account, and if your intention is to cheat them, then you are, they will come, they will have that experience, they will realize it's not what they thought it was going to be, and they will be pissed, they will be disappointed, they will be frustrated, there will be a negative reaction to that, and that is not a positive uh, situation for you and your business. So, in terms of reputation, thinking about this, the one thing is intention. And I believe, of course, any of you watching this are people of good intention, of good, sound, ethical value, qualities. And so, what do you do when you're to avoid appearing so. And this is, we talked about authenticity um, by Joe Pine and James Gilmore, and I will still be getting back to that as well. And this, in Pine and Gilmore's Authenticity, What Consumers Really Want, they discuss the matrix, the real, the fake, the real, the fake, the fake, the real, and the fake. And what that comes down to, the real, the fake, the real, the fake. So the real, the fake is you when you appear to be authentic, when you appear to be something that you are not. So it is fake, right? And the fake, the real, that's when people might not give you credibility for the thing that you actually are real about. It is authentic. It may appear not to be authentic, but it is authentic. And that is the truth. The real is when you appear to be who you are, and the fake is when you're pretending to be something that you're not. And you are presenting it and it looks fake and you are fake. So that's the matrix real quick. And the reason I'm saying why I brought Pine and Gilmore into this and why I'm talking about authenticity, what consumers really want, and that the other phrase that I like from that book is that consumers no longer want to buy the fake from the phony, but the real from the genuine. Boom. Consumers no longer want to buy the fake from the phony, but the real from the genuine. And that is this whole area, this whole time period of people wanting to connect more, wanting to have authentic experiences, wanting more natural, more organic um, connections and relationships and experience and products and services. And in this fable, The Fox and the Stork, I think this exemplifies the case. This is using this as something to jump off of. There could be the case where your intention was not, that if the fox's intention was not to trick the stork, that it was just because that's what the stork had. I mean, that's just what the fox had. Then that is akin to being the fake and the real. If that wasn't the intention, that the intention was to invite the fox over and not trick the fox, to invite the stork over and not trick the stork, then how would, in entrepreneurial terms, how do you make sure you don't appear to be fake when fake and phony when you are what you say you are, when you believe what you say you believe, when you are in integrity? And the other lesson that one could pull out of this is this idea of, also the revenge and the loot. So the competition. So thinking of the market as the competition and how to one up each other. And I'm going to do this. This is going to push competitor A out of the competition. I'll push them out of the lane. Uh, Competitor B, I'll trip, all these things, bad karma for one thing. And, that's not fair play. And it is important that you also realize the repercussions of that. And people see it and people can feel it, and it does not, keep you in good stead. So that's also considerations from an entrepreneurial standpoint point of looking at how you are spending your time and addressing it, and using your energy on the right things. Uh, that brings us to the stork. The stork wanted revenge, and revenge is I can't remember who says this, but it's taking poison and expecting the other person to die. It's just it eats away at you. It's bad. It's negative. It's not necessary in your business. And if someone does you a bad turn, instead of focusing on ways to get back at them, uh, then use your energy on something else. As an idea, don't invite, don't invite the fox to dinner. Invite the wolf. Maybe not. Storks and wolves and storks and foxes. I'm not sure how these two get along in the real life. Okay, I just did the thing that I do, that my friends laugh at me about doing, and that is talking about something that's totally not rooted in reality and attempting to apply reality aspects to it, uh, which is kind of funny. But yes, the concept of storks and foxes or wolves getting together to invite each other to eat dinner, and making food and having houses and things. Yeah, kind of crazy. But anyway, on that note, I think that these quick lessons, the idea of being conscious and being aware of how you're presented out in the marketplace. This speaks to branding. It speaks to intention. It speaks to branding. It speaks to also how you can't control what people do to you, but you can control how you react to what people do to you. You can uh, do what you can to serve the best, and also to look at what would be the best customer experience, that I have a model for. You need to love your customers, and that is listen, observe, visualize, and uh, engage uh, engage them in the experience and the development. I also use that as a part of how to um, to support entrepreneurship and engage, or activate entrepreneurship, is also to love the entrepreneurial spirit the same. It's listen to that entrepreneurship, that spirit within, or observe how it's manifesting itself outside of you, in the things that you do, visualizing it, getting it out there, getting it where people can see it, where you also can see it, so that you can use it. It's hard to work with things inside your head. It's easier to put it out there and be able to tweak it. You also have to engage the experience. You have to use the experience that you have, and you also have to be informed by the experience that's taking place. So, on that note, we are leaving the fox and the stork, and we say, love your customers. We say, be kind to your competitors. We say, be respectful and in integrity of yourself. Don't be fake. Don't be phony. Be real. Be genuine. And that takes us out of Entrepreneur Fables and into the next round with Colin Scotland, who is actually probably live right now. So, signing off. I'll see you later in the day. Take care. Thanks for watching. Cheers.